This is Bishop Dr. Truman Burst. Master Herbalist, coming to you from Good Shepherd Ministries.
There's always these new things that when you're doing this, you have to learn. And that we've been able to, I'll put this in screen capture, that we've been able to do the Discoveries in Health broadcast. And I think someone has joined us. Welcome to Discoveries in Health. And we've been able to do this Discoveries in Health live discussion conference every Thursday, except for the last Thursday. I was traveling. I was in Ecuador, and I was traveling through the jungle. It takes 3 hours to go 39 miles by car on dirt roads, some paved roads, mostly dirt roads, through the jungle of Ecuador. To get to the nearest city where I could get an airplane and come back to Salem, Oregon, where we do this broadcast. And anyway, we're back, and we're back from Ecuador. First broadcast this year. And welcome in Atlanta area code 678. Thank you for joining us here on Discoveries in Health. How are you today?
Great.
Wonderful, wonderful. Do you have a topic or a suggestion for us today?
Not as yet. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year. So, yes, well, as we go along here, I'm just preparing. We've got another few minutes before the room populates and folks have a chance to join us. So I'll sip on my lemon water with a little Himalayan pink salt in it, and and it's reverse osmosis water. That's what I'm able to get these days. But I drive it alkaline with the lemon. And then I mineralize it with, make sure it's got plenty of wonderful minerals from those Himalayan pink salt that you can get that's just loaded with minerals. So there I got lemon and Himalayan pink salt water I'm sipping on, and it's delicious. Okay, and as I continue to prepare, so we're looking at all the ways, and I'm doing a video of this broadcast as I do every Thursday. So you can see that video of all the previous broadcasts. The oldest ones are at the top, and the newest ones are at the bottom. And that's on the website. If you want to see a previous video of previous Discoveries in Health discussions, they're on this website that I have now in screen capture. And we now have other people who have joined us. Welcome to Discoveries in Health. The room is populating and filling up. Welcome from everywhere. I'm going to have to mute and decline. Okay, we're declining there. And okay, so there we go. And that the room is beginning to fill up. and we've added a new feature to this. Why? By the way, welcome back because we didn't have a show last Thursday. It was the first show broadcast that it's the first broadcast that we missed in 2 years. And that's because I was traveling through the jungles of Ecuador, getting back home again. And
I'm sorry.
I hope I didn't mute myself. I'm still not muted, I hope. But I did mute all the other callers because as the callers.
You have your own voice. Because when there's Antoine here, I guarantee you don't come in.
And I'm having to mute the callers because there are echoes and the microphones are open, and and so we can hear everything that everybody says unless I mute the microphones as we go. And the room is filling up. We have lots of people from all over the place. By the way, these broadcasts are available anywhere in the world over your telephone. Anywhere in the world, you could do an international telephone call and join this broadcast. So it's we're getting people from all over the United States, Canada, and other parts of the world. And they're available. This broadcast is available over your computer. It's available over your telephone, and it's available anywhere in the world internationally. The information on how to join this broadcast anywhere in the world, well, that information is on herbalhealthreview.com. herbalhealthreview.com. And I'm going to bring that up in a screen capture because we're making a video of this broadcast. And there it is. It's come up on the screen there. Discoveries in Health, the different ways that you can join this broadcast over your telephone anywhere in the world. In Canada and the USA, you've got a telephone number that you can dial, and may have dialed you. You might be on the list of the people that it calls automatically. It will only call 200, and we have thousands of listeners, so not everybody gets called and reminded. So you might want to jot this number down if you want to remember to join us. That number is 503-606-6064. That's the number to join Discoveries in Health on Thursdays from 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. That's 503-606-6064. And that's the number. Please join us. We just love everybody. This has become a very wonderful group of people that are interested in improving their health, the quality of life for themselves and for others around them as well. It's a wonderful humanitarian thing that we're doing here, sharing this information and talking about not poison drugs. We're talking about natural remedies and the ones that work and that comfort people. The Lord does the healing, and we simply learn how to comfort ourselves and others with natural remedies. And we have a lot of people who are claiming a healing, and that's coming from the Most High. And we receive it gratefully and in Yeshua's name, our Savior. Thank you, Heavenly Father. And that's Heavenly Father, our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. I am that I am. Ahaya Ashar Ahaya. Yes, all praises to the Most High. And we're spirit-filled and spirit-led here. and receiving the guidance to come up with information spontaneously about any health issue that you care to address and talk about. Now, you can call the international, you can go online and you can access the international telephone number. It's right there. It gives you the directions on how to do that. And then if you're anywhere in the world, you can still join. Or if you have a friend that's somewhere internationally, you can say, hey, why don't you join the conference? It doesn't cost you anything. It's free. And here's the website, herbalhealthreview.com. Click on Discoveries in Health and look at all the different ways that you can join this conference. You can also join it over your computer. And you can join it over your computer as well in Google Hangouts with live audio video. And below that information on that website, herbalhealthreview.com, under the tab Discoveries in Health, there is a box that said there's 115 of these videos that we are talking about natural remedies and hearing testimonials from people. Let's go back now to the conference, and if there's anyone who has a testimonial, or if they have something that they would like to talk about that we should address, please, this is a live discussion. It's not a lecture. I will spontaneously answer any questions, and I will get graphic about drawing up the information, and I'll show you where that information is. We'll put it in a screen capture. I'll make a video of it, and you can access it free on the herbalhealthreview.com website, and that is under the tab Discoveries in Health, with all the information how to join the broadcast and to look at the archives of the old broadcasts. And now that you see how that works, I wanted to share that to make sure that that's, everyone knows that. Press your star key 2 times if you have a question, a comment, a testimony, anything to share with the group today, anything that you think we should talk about. Press your star key 2 times, open your microphone, and we'll take those suggestions now, please. Okay, I have area code 646. Can you hear me? Area code 646.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Please. I think there was like 2 people at the same time. I'm going to go ahead and take your suggestion or topic. What do you want to talk about?
My mom, who's 88, and she troubles with asthma and COPD, and taking steroids all the time.
And asthma. So, all right, we're going to address that, and I'm going to go ahead and close your microphone so that you can talk freely in the background and not be on the air. So, is that all right?
Okay, no problem.
And then if you have anything to say, please press your star key 2 times, open your microphone, and we will talk.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. So she wants to talk about COPD. She wants to talk about asthma. So now I go back over to that Discoveries in Health tab over there on herbalhealthreview.com. And I'm over there again, and now I'm going to go up on top here. I'm going to go up here and click on the tab Common Conditions, because that's where all the information is about these natural remedies. I've done the work. I created the report, and now we're going to look at it and describe it. We're going to describe asthma, COPD, and what we do about it. So here I am alphabetically. I went to herbalhealthreview.com. I clicked on the Common Conditions tab. I went down to asthma, and I clicked on asthma. You can even follow me if you go to herbalhealthreview.com while you're listening to this conference. I don't know if you can do both at the same time. It's working for me at the moment. But anyway, now I'm looking at the asthma report. Now, please, if if for any reason that this broadcast is interrupted, or if you lose me, lose audio, the telephone number to call and alert me, that telephone number to call internationally on my computer anywhere I am in the world, you can call this number and I will answer 503-388-5874. That's my international telephone number. My computer telephone rings and alerts me that you are trying to reach me. And if that happens, then I'll know that I lost audio, video, something went wrong. But that's the number to let me know in case we get disconnected. 503-388-5874. And then my regular landline. If you wanted to call me right now on the telephone landline telephone number, where you can always reach me, is 503-362-5899. That's 503-362-5899. That's my landline. Now you know how to reach me by telephone, by computer. Wow, what I've done is tried to create an accessibility to me so you can always reach me somehow. And then my email address, because I love emails, because then you've got it in writing, I've got it in writing, what we said, then I can really give you detailed information in reports, and I can elaborate it, giving you a step-by-step way to perfect health. And we got an open mic there, but that's all right. And I'm going to go ahead and have to close that. Okay, welcome to Discoveries in Health. We're going to talk about asthma. The question was, what do you do about COPD and asthma? And so now I went over here to herbalhealthreview.com. And this is a report that I wrote, and I created. It takes years to create these and refine them and add and invent herbal remedies, because first of all, if we're talking about asthma, which is like COPD, it's caused by the spasms. Asthma is caused by the spasms in the smooth muscles surrounding the bronchi and the bronchioles, the small airways in the lungs. And it's causing these passageways to partially close, and these spasms. And these spasms are accompanied with increased mucus, which clogs the bronchi and the bronchioles and worsens the attack. And it's triggered by an allergic response, and the immune system produces histamine. Thus, any type of allergen can precipitate an asthma attack. It results in difficulty breathing, especially exhalation, and coughing, causes coughing and wheezing and a tight chest. Now, this asthma, the above additions is specifically known as bronchial asthma. Then there's cardiac asthma, which is a result of a heart malfunction. Now, the respiratory system consists of the lungs and a series of associated passageways that are leading into and out of the lungs, these passageways. And the upper respiratory system includes the nose, the throat, and associated structures. The lower respiratory system includes the larynx, the trachea, and the bronchi, and the lungs. And the term respiration refers to the overall exchange of gases between the atmosphere and blood cells. The cardiovascular system transports the gases into the blood between the lungs and the cells. And the functions include to supply oxygen, eliminate carbon dioxide, help regulate the acid-base balance of the body, and increase nutrition and detoxify and to strengthen the body. Then asthma will leave. Yeah, increasing nutrition, detoxifying and strengthening the body. Asthma will leave. Now, the liquids where we start with is we make sure that you know about something called colloidal silver water, the safest natural antibiotic on the planet. So safe, you can spray it in a newborn baby's eyes. So safe, they do spray it in a newborn baby's eyes. They also have it in a silver salve in every burn ward in the world. They know that no virus, fungus, bacteria can grow or live in the presence of silver. So, about 30 years ago, I invented a little device. And this device is run by 3 9-volt batteries. It's portable. Take it anywhere in the world. It's about the size of a deck of cards. That's called a colloidal silver water generator. It will make ordinary distilled water into wonderful colloidal silver water in 7 minutes. You have a glass of colloidal silver water. In 10 minutes, you can have a quart of colloidal silver water. Every 10 minutes with this little device that's portable. Now, what you need to know is you can spray this on a burn, and it's used in every burn ward in the world, and the burn will heal up. If it's a sunburn, the sunburn will turn to a tan. I had to use that recently in Ecuador. It worked. The first few days I was there, got way too much sun and was splashing colloidal silver water on me and never burned. Turned to a tan. And that was wonderful. So it's and you could drink it. When you drink it, when you hold it in your mouth, it's looking for viruses, funguses, and bacteria. So if you have decayed teeth, it's going to attack that decay and destroy it. And if there's an abscessed tooth, it's going to clear up and the pain is going to go away. And the more you do that, the more the decay is going to stop irritating and causing an infection, because there won't be any. The decay will be negated. However, take that a step further, it caused me to create a different product called Oral Care Refresh Brush and Rinse, which replaces toothpaste and hardens, and it has the colloidal silver water in it, but it has herbs that harden the teeth and desensitize the gums. So you could chew, your teeth get so hard, you can chew ice cubes. And if you ever had sensitive teeth and you couldn't hold an ice cube in your mouth, well, now you can. Now you can, because all of that just goes away. The teeth, the gums, the entire mouth becomes healthy. It hardens the enamel of the tooth. It actually hardens the tooth. That formula remineralizes the teeth, and it gets rid of the decay. And if you have decay, you use it 3-4 times a day, holding it in your mouth and switching it around. And you have the freshest, cleanest breath you ever had. Your teeth become shiny and clean, and your breath is fantastic, and it tastes like peppermint and cloves, and it tastes like sugar, and there's no sugar in it. It's xylitol. Xylitol is a sugar that it's not even a sugar. It's made from corn cobs. There's no sugar in it, but it tastes like sugar. It looks like sugar. It's called xylitol. It remineralizes your teeth, and that's how I make that. I make it with the herbal mix, the colloidal silver water, and the xylitol, and voila, you have this quart of mouth freshener and decay remedy, and it works. And that's what I use, and I've used it now for years since I invented it. But back to that colloidal silver water, because it's made with colloidal silver water. But back to that colloidal silver water, you want to know about the value of it, because it's going to get rid of pneumonia in 3 days. So you drink it half your body weight. Half your body weight. If you weighed 200 pounds, half your body weight is 100 ounces of water. Okay, so you're going to need 100 ounces of water a day, and that water you want when you're battling asthma or COPD or any other respiratory infection. You want to drink that 10 days straight as your water supply. Now, I'm not talking about drinking it the rest of your life, because that's abusing a remedy. I'm talking about 10 days and then quit. And then we'll use, and if you're still fighting the asthma, that's when we're loading up on not only, because we're going to go 10 days with the colloidal silver water, day and night. That's your water supply, half your body weight every day in ounces. But you want the generator and make it yourself. You don't want to buy it because it's $60 a quart. You can get this little box that will make it, and it's been out there 30 years, and people love it. It's guaranteed for life, and it doesn't break. So that's why it's guaranteed for life. You'll never have to buy another one. If it ever goes wrong, you just call them up on the telephone, or you email them and let them know that your little box isn't working. And it does have 3 9-volt batteries in it, so it has a little light on the front. And that little light comes on to tell you that the strength of the batteries, the light is bright, the batteries are strong. The light is weak, the batteries are weak. Change the batteries, and that's all there is to it. And you do that year after year, probably every 2 years, unless you're using it for the neighbors and everybody you know and making gallons and gallons all the time. Well, then you're going to go through, that little light's going to get weak faster. But usually 1 to 2 years at least. And then they get the little silver rods. And you take these silver rods. Let's take a look at that. Let's go over here let's click on the colloidal silver water generator. Let's click on it and look at it. Okay, now I'm looking at it on betterhealthherbs.com. Now I'm over on the other website, because in that asthma report, when it said colloidal silver water generator, I clicked on it. That link took me to where I could see the product. I'm looking at it. And I'm looking at that colloidal silver water generator, and it's wonderful. It's $89.95 complete with the silver rods, the batteries. It's ready to go out of the box. And everybody should have a colloidal silver water generator. A lady called me up about 3 months ago, and she said, I need a new generator. I've had this one now for 25 years, but I need a new one now. And I said, well, why? She said, because my daughter's gone off to college and took it with her, and now I need another one because I love it. She loved it, so she took it to college. So if she ever gets a cold or a flu or needs it for any kind of spraying on her skin or anything, she has one. So, and they're portable. You take them anywhere in the world, and you make put a quart of distilled water, teeny tiny amount, not even a pinch of sea salt or Himalayan pink salt in the water. Put those rods down in there, and all of a sudden, in 10 minutes, you have billions of submicroscopic particles of silver in a cloud. And that's when you can put it in a spray bottle and spray it on things, spray it on your skin before you put cosmetics on or anything like that. It's very, very healing to the skin. And it kills any bacteria, fungus, and virus on contact. So it's very cleansing. So it's and you can even use it to spray under your arms as a deodorant. And then you get one of those deodorant stones, and you can rub that deodorant stone underneath your arm, and now you have a natural deodorant. If you want it to, if you want a particular odor, I like spearmint. I take a spearmint essential oil. I put a little dab on top of after I spray my arm with colloidal silver water. Oh, I use one more thing too. Coconut oil, little coconut oil. Okay, that's antibacterial. So is the colloidal silver water. So is the coconut oil. Then the deodorant stone with a little bit of couple of drops of spearmint. Wow. Then I just made my own spearmint deodorant, and it works. And that's you can go eucalyptus, rosemary, lavender, whatever you want. I like spearmint. So anyway, that's the colloidal silver water. You want the machine because it's $89.95, but if you buy just a quart of the water by itself, $60 a quart. Don't buy it by the quart. Get the little box called a colloidal silver water generator. It's number 4576. That's stock number 4576, and it's $89.95, and it's on betterhealthherbs.com. Everyone should have one of those because it will get rid of the cold, flu, virus, whatever's going on. It's going to attack it. It's going to attach itself to it. It's going to disable the oxygen that gets to a virus, fungus, or a bacteria, and those cells that cannot live through that, they can't build up an immunity to it, and that's one of the things that MDs don't want you to find out about. They want to keep giving you these antibiotics that make you sick and kill you, and don't do it. The best, safest natural antibiotic is colloidal silver water, safe enough to put in a baby's eyes and use in every burn ward in the world. You want one of those little boxes called a colloidal silver water generator, and that's in this report. Asthma was one of the first things listed, and I clicked on it. And it took me over to where I could see it. Now, here's the thing. When you're done taking colloidal silver water, it has killed off some of the good bacteria as well as the bad bacteria. So what you do is then thereafter, every day thereafter, when you're done with the colloidal silver water, you're taking acidophilus powder, the non-dairy acidophilus powder. That's what I use because it's least expensive. You can get capsules and all that kind of stuff. They charge extra for that. I buy the powder, and I take about a half of a teaspoon. I got a bag of it, about half a pound, and I take half a teaspoon every morning, and that gives me all the friendly bacteria. And so now I've wiped out all the bad guys, and I got plenty of the good guys. The acidophilus, wow, that's the way to go. And don't try to get it from yogurt. That's a bad form of acidophilus. Okay, you really don't get what you need. Get it get the real thing. Get it in a acidophilus powder. It's number, I could do that permanently. Okay, it does not going to, I think it's probably, let's see, this one is 4576. So then that one is 4675. That's its number, 4675, acidophilus powder. But then, when there's asthma and there's COPD, then and respiratory disorders, there is a tea called cat's claw. Comes from South America. It's also the Spanish name is una de gato, and it's cat's claw. And I spice it up with cinnamon and raspberry and orange because it doesn't have any of a flavor. So now it does. Now it has a little pleasant cinnamon, raspberry, orange, ginger. All these are very good for the digestion and so forth. So it makes a nice flavoring. And that's one that I've used, that particular flavor system I've used in a lot of different products over the years. It's pleasant and it's not overwhelming and it's very healthful. Okay, I mean, you hear about cinnamon all the time to fight diabetes, and you hear about ginger all the time. How good it's for everything and the digestion. So these are great herbs that are in our spice formula. Now, moving on, the next thing that we want to make sure and do is we want to help the liver. When you've got problem with the lungs, that means the liver is not breaking down and digesting and getting rid of things effortlessly. And it needs to be effortlessly because then the liver is happy. If it's working hard, it's going to make you pay. And it's going to it's going to contribute to a lung problem. So here's a colon and liver cleansing liquid that cleans the blood, which is very important. We're not just working on the liver, we're working on the entire body to help the body to increase the immune system so it can overcome COPD and any respiratory disorder because it's so strong. And how we do that is we want to make sure that the most important systems in the body, which are the liver, which are the kidneys. So if the liver is able to do its job effortlessly and it's happy with the nourishment that it's getting and the nutrients that it's getting, and so we're cleaning the bloodstream, we're cleaning up the digestive tract, and we're working on specific herbs to help the liver to regenerate new liver cells, specifically an herb called milk thistle seed extract and milk thistle seed powder. I put milk thistle seed powder in my power drink. I put milk thistle seed extract in an herbal tea, or just take it straight off the spoon and have a teaspoon or two of it daily. This gives me 60% new liver cells every 120 days. So I'm doing this all the time. I probably have the liver of a teenager by taking that all the time because I've got all these new liver cells and my liver functions perfectly. My digestive tract effortlessly and perfectly digests anything I put in there, and I am careful to rotate the diet, making sure I have plenty of liquids, plenty of fruits, plenty of nuts and seeds, plenty of vegetables, and I'm a meat eater, so one time I'll have some organic chicken, the next time I will have organic beef, the next time I might have organic lamb, then I might have salmon. I'm rotating the diet so that my body is getting a complete complement of various nutrients, all high protein, all powerful, all needing perfect digestion. And I have it because I have a liver that I've used this CAC liquid number 1078. And you take just enough of it. How much is enough? You start with a small amount, maybe a teaspoon at the first day, unless you have constipation. If you're not having soft bowel movements that break up in a cloud every single time you go to the bathroom, and you're cleaning out real good, and those bowel movements are always soft. When you flush the toilet, they break up in a cloud. That is a healthy digestive tract that is moving things through there, getting rid of it, because when a bowel movement becomes well formed, you are reabsorbing what you're trying to get rid of. You want things to get on through there. Your body will take out the nutrients as it wants to. It's sponging and sucking up all the nutrients, and the liver is grabbing up all the things that it needs and making amino acids and so forth. But it's all doing it because you're giving it the correct nutrition. And we're going to get into that because that's the rest of this story. Matter of fact, it's the tip of the iceberg. When you don't get the perfect nutrition, then you have asthma and COPD. And a lot of times it's environment. Maybe they're loaded up with lead or mercury, or maybe there's chemtrails over the top of their house causing this. So there's a lot of factors to look at. And we got to rule everything out, and we got to make sure that the body is able to deal more with our poison environment, and our poison air, and our poison water, and our poison food supply, and our poison FDA, and our poison CDC. Because these people are not, I don't know, man. I think they're under a depopulation agenda. It's obvious. They're certainly not here to help. They've lied, cheated, and stole. Other than that, everything's great. Now, not to digress, I apologize, but when you see these things happening and you don't mention them, you're just not telling the truth. So, CACT, you're taking enough of this. Start with a teaspoon, then go to a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons, 3 tablespoons, whatever it takes. And that's your dose. Over a period of time, no matter what your dose was, it's going to be less and less and less and less, because this wonderful herbal time-proven formula will clean up the digestive tract, clean up the bloodstream, rejuvenate the liver and the bowel. Everything will go back to work again, and you will have soft bowel movements, and you will, all of a sudden you say, hey, I don't need that CACT anymore. My liver works perfectly, and mine does. Now for 76 years, the plumbing is in perfect order. All praises to the Most High. Now, so that's how to use that CACT. But along with that, you want to make sure you're getting, again, plenty of liquids. There is a report, and it's called Make Lifestyle Changes. And that Make Lifestyle Changes report, that is, I'm going to go over here and take a look at it real quick, because that is the complete answer to what I'm talking about here. I'm going back to Herbal Health. I opened up a whole new tab, going back to herbalhealthreview.com, clicking on common conditions, and going down to the center on the top. There it is, right in the center at the top. Make lifestyle changes. I'm clicking on that because that is a diet will save your life. It'll make your life better. It'll take all the miseries away. You'll feel like a kid again. You'll be able to enjoy life, your grandkids, your great-grandkids, which I am.